For our final project deliverable for BADM 567, Team 1 has chosen to compare and contrast two shipping giants, Maersk Line and Hapag-Lloyd, based on their current business. We describe the process used, compare competitive metrics these firms use, and provide a few recommendations of our own. During our research, we realized that the shipping industry is highly commoditized. Important metrics for customers have evolved over time, with time and reliability being the most important ones. Interestingly, the core processes for most of the shipping giants are fairly similar. Competitive advantages are often achieved by auxiliary services such as technology and human resources. We start out with contrasting basic metrics for both companies. Observing the data on the screen, we can see that Maersk is 3 to 4 times larger in revenues, employee strength, and the number of ships used. We're trying to understand if the advantage Maersk enjoys is due to any process innovations or efficiency that it has developed over time, or if it simply shows greater strength in numbers due to economies of scale. This graph compares 20-foot equivalent units, market share, fleets, and future demands for Maersk and Hapag-Lloyd as compared to other players in the market. 20-foot equivalent units are the inexact units of cargo capacity often used to describe the capacity of container ships. Goods are sealed shut in 20-foot containers which are only accessible in the destination country once packed. The route is decided based on 2 factors, cost and time. After necessary documentation, this cargo is shipped in container ships. Dock workers are staffed for a particular ship based on its size and nature of the cargo, and these operators have a fixed time frame to unload the cargo and assign to its respective location.
Since this is a highly standardized industry, we chose to focus on competitive priorities employed in processes for both the companies. That would enable us to understand how they have innovated standard processes to establish an advantage over their rivals. Economies of scale applicable in the shipping industry and the history of Maersk and Hapag-Lloyd contribute to the competitive landscape in the industry. They focus on cost leadership more than differentiation in their services or processes, primarily due to the commoditized nature of the shipping industry. Maersk is known to take advantage of its economies of scale to cut down costs, higher port-to-port connections, lower supply costs, and equipment costs. They are heavily focused on technology. The average age of their ships is significantly lower than their competitors, which helps them gain an advantage in speed as well as size. They have an ambitious sustainability initiative, reducing CO2 emissions by 20% in 2020. They have already reduced emissions by 17% in 2013, resulting in savings worth more than $750 million. Liner cost control, which includes service schedule, ship cost, port charges, container operations, container cost, and administration, is an important metric which is a huge competitive advantage for Hapag-Lloyd. A large part of Hapag-Lloyd's innovation in cost cutting can be attributed to IT excellence and a strong focus on employee training. They employ a centralized structure controlled in Hamburg with a high level of integration that helps them track the profit contribution of a single shipment.
With our studies, we find that success in the shipping industry is heavily dependent on size. Economies of scale play an important role in determining market share and profits. That's why we think not much will change in the near future for both companies. Nevertheless, we have some recommendations. Maersk needs to find new ways of leveraging its size and gain market share by innovative schemes. Also, they should engage in more vessel sharing agreements to cut down the costs and continue a path to strive for sustainability within their processes. Hapag-Lloyd, on the other side, needs to grow in size in order to stay competitive. They are already on this way with their merger with CSAV and CP Ships from Canada. Sustainability offers an option for Hapag-Lloyd to take market share from Maersk by offering a process that is more compliant with current needs of their customers. Thank you.